Good evening, wonderful people. It is Tuesday, April 2025. We are in the land of the living. I am so glad to be here. God saw fit that we would be here today. And I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to go and let somebody know that we are live right now. We are live on Sunshine Camila's Facebook page. We're live on the YouTube channel, which is the name of the show. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are live on Twitch. We are live on X, formerly known as Twitter. Again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You are literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. Proven over and over again since I started this show in 2020. Also, I have some of the dopest guests on this side of heaven on this show every time we go live. So don't be surprised. It ain't no different tonight. So tonight, I want y'all to welcome this wonderful man. I'm gonna let you know how I met him, how he has enriched my life since I met him, and what we doing, where we going. So I want y'all to. I'm gonna read this bio real quick, and then we're gonna do what we normally do. Village. We're gonna let the people know and welcome this man properly. Okay. So tonight we have none other than Paul D.
Hey.
He's a 40-year-old full of fun and enthusiasm. He's a jack of all trades. He sings, he acts, he dances, he models, and I'm sure it's more and more and more to him with the willingness to listen and learn new things. As I said, he ain't done. He's also a motivational speaker with an open heart and a mindset without judgment. Okay, tonight, Village, I need you, wherever you are, if you in shopping, if you at home, wherever you are, I need you to stand up and get ready to say what I need you to say. If you are in your car and you're safely driving, I need you to pull over, roll down the window, and if you're safe, I need you to get out the car. I need you to stand up. I need you to raise your hands up, and I need you to open up your mouth, and I want you to welcome Paul to the show. Y'all better stop playing with me.
Thank you for the warm light. I appreciate it. How are you?
Blessed, healed, blessed, and highly favored.
Healed, you say? By
Yes.
whom, doctor?
No. Jesus healed me.
Now, how did Jesus heal you?
Well, must I go on? So as you can see, everyone, this is how I met Paul. Something happened. I'm going to say God did it.
Yeah.
I got a call on a Wednesday. I need your help. What do you mean? Something is happening. This person they're overworking and they can't come to rehearsal. I need you for Saturday. Are you doing anything? Are you busy? I'm like, no, I'm not. I know you can kill this part. Can you please come help me? Bro, I've been sharing the flyer. I know people that's in it. Why wouldn't I come support you? Come on now. This is what the village does.
Absolutely.
So again, I stepped in and I end up being the woman with the issue of blood.
Yeah. For how many years?
12 long years. I suffered, underwent test after test after test with no avail to tell me what's wrong with me. I went to doctor after doctor after doctor. They took all my money. And with this issue, I couldn't be around anybody.
Imagine that.
And I almost lost hope.
Mm-hmm.
But then I heard the man named Jesus was in town.
And
I didn't care. I reached to him. I got to him. He was in the middle of the multitude.
Mm-hmm.
I pushed my way. I was deterred that I was going to get to him. And the only thing that I could reach was the hem of his garment.
Yeah. But the thing is, sometimes it's just to him. Like, just as simple as people say, "Oh my God, it's to him." Like, that very thing made a change and a difference in that woman's life.
The bottom.
Yeah.
The bottom of his garment. Not the whole garment.
Yeah.
That part.
Got it.
And instantly, I was made whole.
Instantly. Just like that.
And the key to this is you got to believe.
Absolutely.
You got to have faith in the person to know that he is who he says he is.
Absolutely.
Right. Yep, that part. So let's get into this conversation. Since y'all already know how I met Paul. Paul was the prosecutor.
Yes.
Who was accusing Jesus of witchcraft.
Blasphemy.
Sorcery.
I can go on and on and on.
Yes, we can. And when I tell you this man killed that part.
Thank you.
Good evening, Rico, who also was in this part.
What's up, bro?
Let me tell you how everything happens for a reason. And I say this all the time, is you just have to be nice to people. You have to be humble, because you never know where the door and who's going to be at the door to open it for you.
That part.
You just don't know. Just be kind to people, period.
Mm-hmm.
One day I get the call and I'm sharing, like, listen, go support my friends because they're in this.
Yeah.
Director, Rob, and Mahanson, who I've been knew.
Yeah.
Go support them, not knowing that I was going to get the call. Can you come and help?
Yeah. Look at that. That's when support goes a long way. You know, I like support just be simple like A, but support can be A, B, and C. And then have something for you at the end. You know what I mean? Relationships.
Absolutely. We come in and it was like family, extended family. Everybody are part of this cast.
Absolutely.
And on top of that, it wasn't just an normal cast. A lot of the cast members were mature saints.
Absolutely. And you know what? I said the same thing. I've been in a lot of production, but it was like this cast was one of the most mature group of people I've ever been around. I mean, nice. Like, you be waiting for people like to try you or be rude or be nasty, but it didn't happen. Not even one time. Like, really just enjoyed being around the collective.
And on top of that, everybody had a part in perfecting each other's gift.
Absolutely.
Not too much of pushing, but at the same time, you got this. No worries. No thinking. Just do it because you got it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, bet.
Yeah. So, but it's our job to encourage. Right?
Yes.
We want to be encouraged, but we have to also encourage others so that it's doing this. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. So let's get into Paul D.
Let's go.
The first question. Mm-hmm. How did you grow up?
How did I grow up? Did I grow up? Well, I grew up in a house with a single mother. I have a twin sister and a younger sister. On the east side of Detroit. Hardworking mom. She worked like hours, to make sure we had all the things that we needed. I grew up pretty cool. Went through some struggles. All those things completely made me who I am now.
Okay, so you grew up in a household of women.
Yeah.
Of women.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been told that guys who grow up in a household full of women are very, very respectful of women.
Yes.
Very protective of women.
Absolutely.
And also real sensitive and understanding of the needs of a woman.
Absolutely. in the heart of a woman. Okay. But I'm glad you said that. That's very, very true. A woman has taught me everything that I know. You know, my twin sister, how to tie my shoes, how to blow my nose correctly. Just stuff like little boys don't get. But because women mature a little bit faster, I seen the nurturing side of a woman and how much women care and how much they sacrifice and how much they do very young without even trying. It's just like a natural effort for them. So seeing that, you have to respect that. You have to love that, and protect it also.
I would jump up and shout off the couch, but my legs are crossed right now. So yeah. Good evening, Kim. Good evening, Kim. Kim is in the building. Kim killed it as the reporter.
Miss Dandridge.
Wally Dixon is in the building. If you remember, and won the basketball flyer. He is in the building. That is my brother. I love him. I love him. I love him. I thank you guys. Of course, those who are here, please like, share, and subscribe. Do all those wonderful things. Let's get into it again. I just thank you for accepting your role. Not in this play. I'm talking about in the women role that you were in around of being that son.
Yeah.
These type of things sometimes is what a lot of men need to be able to be a complete man.
Yeah.
With having this, but still be the man.
Yeah.
So I thank you. So is that where your fashion sense came from?
Well, I had a mentor when I was about 10, 11 years old. Her name is Coretta. She would always have on the Tommy Hilfiger and the Nautica and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, how do you, and the Doc Martens and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's so cool, that's so fly. And she's like, okay, when I go shopping, I'll show you how to pick different stuff, what's in season, what's not in season, what stripes go with such and such. So I was always a sponge to the world, because imagine feeling like you know it all when you don't, right? So you allow life and people to teach you things. So if I seen a fashionable person, I paid attention. If they had something to share, I would listen. You know what I mean? And then once I gather all that I learned, then I just put a little me in it. So it becomes my style.
Okay. I like that. Especially coming from, I'm going to say, a person who came into at a later age.
Okay.
Because back then, as a tomboy, no. I was straight blue jean, big clothes. I didn't look feminine at all.
But was it comfortable for you, though?
It was very comfortable. Where to the point of people didn't know if I was a girl or a boy.
Oh, okay. So it was a question mark on you.
Question mark. And then, of course, the older I got, it became the question mark of my sexuality.
Let's talk about it.
Let's go there then.
Okay.
So because of my feeling comfortable, what people didn't know was I was hit on a lot. I was very developed as a kid. So I thought wearing bigger clothes, looking like a boy, I wouldn't get the attention of grown men.
But how did that work out for you?
It didn't.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking if I dumbed down, the beauty I knew was already there.
Yeah.
Maybe they wouldn't bother me. Yeah. Maybe they wouldn't try to, like I'm 11, 12 years old. Why are you looking at me, sir?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then going back into being older, I was raped multiple times by different people.
Sorry to hear that.
And it became like, I don't want to look like this. I don't want to attract none of this.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be a boy than a girl.
Yeah.
So the real love, this is why I have the show, Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine.
I love
People think they know, but you have no clue or no idea.
The Diary of. Mm-hmm.
It's a It's a reason to the madness.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask this question.
Okay.
With being in a house with girls,
Uh-huh.
Were you ever labeled as feminine?
Sometimes I would hear that. I mean, because imagine everything I've learned and admired at that point, or knew or was around, was women. But imagine that's a lot of men's life growing up with a house full. So it's certain things when you'll get mad, how you or how you'll roll your eyes, how you'll stomp off. It's like, well, you only, it's like you see something and then you're just doing what it is.
Yeah.
So yes, but once I realized that was a thing and that was happening, then you learn how to tweak it and not allow it to take over you, and then really come into who you really are. Because if you are a man, be a man. But if you are a man and you're a feminine man, then that's just the type of man you are. No judgment. It's just being around that energy will, have you comfortable like that, knowing or unknowing and unknowing.
And most of the time, they would say if you didn't look GQ as a man,
yeah,
or you walked a certain way, that you automatically were gay.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
But again, when we in society have deemed certain things as masculine and we have deemed certain things as feminine, without the question or the person, we just put that label on people. And it's not necessarily, dude, no, I'm not gay. But if I was, so what?
Yeah. But like when I would hear that, I'd be like, why are you so curious? Like, why you want to know? And then for me, it was always like, well, you'll never see me in the act. You'll never see me do it. So why does it really matter? And then the only time people would pick on, well, not me necessarily, but other people that would struggle or identify themselves as gay, lesbian, trans, whatever, bullying you out of being who you feel like you should be.
Mm-hmm.
And fair to turn a channel on somebody when they say, hey, I want to be on 2, and you like, no, but you should be at 4. So early on, I knew who I wanted to be. I had an idea who I wanted to be, but I knew that because I was a faith-based person, that I just wanted God to order my steps. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lead not to thy own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and just allow him naturally to avenue you through this thing called life. And while he's leading and guiding you, you're learning along the way on how much we really have in common, how a lot of people don't differ. I have an itch, you have a scratch. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? But it's how you love yourself and love everybody else too.
Absolutely. There's a gift of making people comfortable that God has definitely given me.
Mm-hmm.
Where people begin to shed layers, tell their deepest, darkest secret, only because most of the stuff I've encountered before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nothing surprising to me at all.
Yeah.
One of the, and I don't think I've ever told this part, but part of me really wanted to be a boy.
Really? But do you think you only want to be a boy because you felt men were more powerful? Like if there was a battle, you would be strong enough to fight against, opposed to being a woman who's known to be, soft, feminine, easy to run over, or stuff like that, or take advantage of, I should say.
Well, it was all of that. And the neighborhood I grew up with, I was always the girl in the crew.
Okay.
When the boys fought, I fought too.
Yeah.
Which I became a liking to fighting boys than I did girls.
Yeah.
I was the oldest of 3. And so my dad taught me, you got to take care of yourself and you got to take care of your youngest siblings.
Absolutely.
There is no big brother.
Right.
You're it. So a lot of the things that, the dresses and all of this. Nope. I'm gonna fight, and regardless of what I have on,
Mm.
this is me being tough, fighting, doing all these wonderful things were easy for me. You
Mm-hmm.
outside with the boys flipping and jumping off fences and climbing trees, and I felt like it was a more respecting
Yeah.
of, oh, she not like the regular girls.
Yeah. And then what's funny, guys get along quite naturally. I don't know if you that or not. Like when you hang with the boys, like they'll have a little situation here and there. But for the most part, it's like, hey man, hey, you my buddy, you my pal. Where it's different when girls would get around each other, then it's so I can see how you felt like be around the boys type deal.
It wasn't judgment. I mean, we could talk about any and everything. There was no or that, no. And then
Yeah.
again, I dressed like them. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like they were looking at me for a fashion or looking at my boobs, or I'm sure they were, but I wasn't, because they gonna look regardless. Let's go to tell me a I remember when story.
Like in my younger year,
Doesn't matter. It could be I remember 5 minutes ago.
I remember growing up, music just really being a staple in our house. Especially cooking, eating, sad, happy, or just in between emotions. The music my mother would play. She had this huge speaker. Back in the day they had like the 2 speakers on side. The music would blast, and you would just hear the soul and the beats of the music. And I was telling my sister the other day, I was like, that music and during that time saved our life, because listening to that music, understanding that we're careful about how we choose people in our lives and how we love, and how to understand heartbreak when it happens, because it's going to happen. So I can remember music always being a part of my life, a part of healing.
Absolutely. When it comes to music, it is embedded. My mom probably was carrying me listening to music. She comes from a musical background as well. And I remember sitting on our enclosed porch, Saturdays, she would have to do our hair, and music going anytime Saturday when we had to clean the house, it was always music. And so, that's one of my first loves, like of course God, but music really is therapy to me, and I didn't realize that until I got older. Like I said, a lot of these things, the seeds were planted when I was a kid, but now they're flourishing now. Growing up, like, okay, this makes sense why you like this, because you did it when you were a kid. So when destiny calls, what are you doing?
You said when destiny calls, what am I doing? And praying that I'm ready. Yeah, praying that I'm answering and I'm prepared and I'm ready, and it will give me the faith as a mustard seed to keep on going.
So let's talk about even in depth into that. Do you feel like the doors that I felt open for you, or the favor, because it sure is favor over your life? Do you feel like this is a part of the destiny call?
Absolutely. And I mean, and it's been like that, like for ever since I was a kid. It was I knew that God had favored me and put it all over my life. I was like, oh, God is so not fair, and that's why I choose to be nice and choose to be kind and always have grace. Don't get me wrong. There's times that people will upset me, and I will have to put people in a proper place, or where sometimes I even may go too far in putting somebody in their proper place for bothering me. But for the most part, I'm so grateful, and I recognize it. So because of knowing that, I'm always careful about how I treat other people, because I don't want him ever to not have his hand over me. I never want favor never to ever end being in my life. I need it. Especially in this time of day, I need it.
Okay. So in the rundown of the things that we said you do, which was sing, dance, act, You cook?
Yeah. So I went to culinary school. I graduated from culinary school. I have a culinary degree as well. And so I'll tell you about that. My mom worked from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. So my twin sister, her gift was to clean, right? And I said, well, I'll cook. I used to growing up, I would watch my mother and my grandmother cook. In my opinion, they were the best cooks ever in life. So I always watched people. So when I got old enough to start cooking things, I would do it. And when people would try it, they'd like, Paul, this is really good. And then when all the friends would come over from the high school, or middle school, they would try the food and they'd say, oh, Paul, this is really good. And I would just be making ramen noodles and I'll put some cheese and cut up some onions and some pepper. And they'd be like, oh my God. So I was really ahead of my time, and people really enjoyed cooking. And I knew cooking was a part of love.
Mm. Yeah, so those who really cook, not Teresa White just popped on, and she's a cooker.
Hey, girl.
I'm gonna say on record, I'm allergic to the kitchen.
Really?
Yes, sir. That's not. I'm a worker bee.
Okay. Now, have you ever tried to take any cooking classes or?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay. You know.
So I was, again, the tomboy. I skipped on the kitchen, and I stayed outside as much as possible. So no, I was not in the kitchen. I'm really not domestic for real.
Really?
I'm on. No. I love being on the go. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I get to where I need to get to, know that I will be hiring, the chefs and the maids and all of those wonderful things. Cause I'm not.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope.
And then I think with me, again, I just love cooking. I think music and food go hand in hand.
Together. Yes.
It's everything. But
Absolutely.
So I went to culinary school. Cooking has always been a passion of mine. Yep, and that's how I ended up meeting Rob. I was a manager at Red Lobster, and he was like, "You gotta look. I need you to be in one of my plays." And I was like, "I gotta look." So I'm like, "What is this man talking about?" So I wasn't really sure about where his angle or anything that was. So, but he came up and he was persistent. He was like, "Hey, man, I'm really serious." So I was like, "Okay." So then he sent me the script, and I did a couple things with him before. So.
Rob is amazing. He has a really good eye for talent.
Yeah.
And not just talent, but anointed people.
Yeah.
He has a servant heart. Yeah. And eventually he's going to get everything in his heart's desire, because he saw me.
I pray so.
He saw me when I wasn't looking. And he was just like, I want you in my play. I want you. And then when we got to talking, he was like, don't nobody else see what I see? I was like, I don't know.
See, and I think that's the gift, because it's giving people their confidence back. Everybody want to be, again, encouraged, and everybody want to be seen in their gifts, right? Because a lot of times we hold it in and we don't let it out. But then you have other people come in your life and say, hold on, I'm gonna pull that out of you real quick. And then you'll be surprised how far you come, just letting someone open it up and use you.
Absolutely. Like, again, he was foreshadowing stuff already. Like, you do this, but I know you can do this over here, and I'm gonna use you. And I'd be like, wait, but there is no but. You not taking no for an answer. I get it, sir. Got it. And he's been like that. We had a whole conversation earlier today about what he saw and what he wants to see in some of the things that I wanted to do.
Okay.
He sees some things that I didn't even think nothing about. But however, he's one that will give you a chance.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him. So Rob Mitchell III, I love you, and I appreciate you for all the talent and all the gifts that you have, and even in writing, directing, doing all these wonderful things. And Yeah, you about to be stupid blessed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, with all that being said, dead or alive, who would you love to do a collaboration with?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Can I get two people?
However,
A collab with Whitney and Luther.
now Luther, now that voice of yours, we gonna get to it. Trust me. Um, I was like, yeah, that's something different right there. And then I saw you in action, of course, with the play. I'm like, that's a lot of lines.
A lot of lines.
That's a lot of lines, and you ain't scared too
Yeah.
much. I was like, yes, sir. Can I improv? Because I do better in improving. I don't like feeling like I'm in a box.
Right.
Now, but he's like, yeah, do you? I ain't worried about you. Okay. And I'm looking at him like, okay.
Yeah. It was the I ain't gonna say it was a pressure. It was the responsibility of being a leader and being a lead. So if I have that responsibility, like I have to make sure that I do my work.
And you did.
It was a part of my obligation. So I just wanted to make sure that I fulfill it. No matter how big, no matter small, I'm going to fulfill the obligation if I say I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And you did that very well, sir.
Thank you. And you guys were, oh my God. Because I'll be honest with you, it's not, I have people that encourage me, don't get me wrong, but just to have this amount of people I was just like, wow, I'm really not worthy. Like I know, because I don't ever want to be cocky or arrogant. I'm always humbled. I get a little shy in those moments because I'm like, people don't have to be nice. People don't have to like what you do. People can easily hate what you do and make you a problem.
Yeah.
So when, like, again, favor being over my life, I'm able to walk in these rooms and be respected for my craft and my gift and nothing else. Because to be honest, nothing else really matters until we're having an interview or you read in my book or you watching my life story.
Absolutely. It was very pleasurable in meeting you. Sometimes we have gone on stages and been in rooms with people who are very arrogant or feel like they have arrived, and it was very pleasant in meeting you. It was no like fight up, like, hey, I have an idea. I need you. What your schedule look like? I need you on my show. And you was like, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I didn't even have to pull no teeth, none of that. Like, really?
Because I didn't speak much about my dad, but let me speak about my dad. My dad, when I grew up, he said that when people talk to you, it's important that you give them your attention. You give them your energy because you never know what you'll miss not giving that person that real time. So if ever I'm in a setting where I'm face to face, I'm gonna look you in your eye. I'm gonna, shake your hand. I'm gonna do that. And also, my dad said, don't run down to people that's not running behind you. If somebody sees something in you and they like you, then that's where your energy focus at. So the fact that you even seen me and said, hey, I want you on my show. What? You don't know nothing about me besides we've been in this play, but yet you want me to be a part of your platform. So, of course.
Yeah, sometimes you can hear it. Sometimes you see it. And I watched you, how you interact with everyone. Wow. And I'm not saying impressed, but it was a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
Especially coming from a lead.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, for sure. I need you on my show. And all I say is also, disclaimer, just know you about to get stupid busy after you leave me. It always happens. So I'm just.
Okay. I receive it. Thank you. Work
just me. Letting you know. What is something people would be surprised to know about you?
That when I'm alone, I really like to be alone. Like I can sit in silence for a day or two, whether if I'm napping, whether I'm reading a book, whether I'm caught up on a series. I'm all about, because I give so much day to day with my work and with my family and my relationship. When moments I find for myself, I'm building and re-energizing myself. You put a battery on a charger, like charging myself up. because you come to a point where you feel like you have nothing else to give, and you just walk
Yes.
this flat line. And when I come out, I want to come out. I want to be vibrant. I want to, have energy. So
And that is good, because again, I'm a person, I really need naps.
yeah,
The thing that we hated or fought when we were kids is the very thing I need, especially with giving so much of my energy, smiling and talking and preaching and doing all these wonderful things. It take
Mhm.
a lot out of you. So I have to have time to rejuvenate, do some things that is just for me.
yeah,
Because again, if God gave me millions, I probably would give it away,
yeah,
not even thinking not once about my own self.
yeah,
And this is where God is actually teaching me wisdom on, even sometimes you got to give to yourself.
yeah. But I'm the same way, and it's so hard. I feel guilty sometimes, and I'm like, why do I feel guilty when these are the promises? Yes and amen. So why do I feel bad? Why do I feel like I'm not deserving when all these things are due and offered to me? It's my inheritance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And giving, whether it's your time, whether it's your money, whatever it is, God is going to repay you. And I had to learn again in my mature age
Mhm.
that I can't stop others from giving
No.
and messing up their blessings, let alone I have to continue to give so God continue to bless me, or
Absolutely.
whatever doors it may be. If it's money,
Yeah.
unexpected checks, whether it's favor at the job, whether it's favor at the doctor's office, wherever it is, it's like, I know because I gave this.
Yeah.
I gave to this person,
Yeah.
gave them an opportunity, because then one day we won't be on here.
That's
We'll
right.
actually be in the studio
Yeah.
on a TV show.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm working constantly, like
Uh-huh.
you do, to get to the ultimate dream.
Yeah.
Is the TV show the ultimate dream?
Yeah.
No, because guess what? The words say my thoughts are not his thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Right? His
Right.
ways is not my ways. So if he thinking bigger than what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
boy, I'm glad I'm already bald headed.
See what I'm saying? I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. And then I want to piggyback on what you were saying about giving. That Malachi, will a man rob God? You said man robbed them in 3 areas, and tithes and offering, right? So, and then one thing I learned when growing up was that you have to be a cheerful giver. Like your giving can't be in vain. Your giving can't come with doubt, because as soon as that doubt or that negativity come into your mind, it's like it's not going to happen for you. You canceled your own assignment because you didn't trust and believe that seed was going to come back the way you gave it. So I will always hear my bishop say, if you don't put nothing in, you don't get nothing out. You reap what you sow. If you sow, if you sow a plane, you'll get a plane. But plain faith, not we about to give a plane and get a plane back. But just letting you know that there's nothing impossible, that he's the same God yesterday, today, and forevermore. So he's not changing.
No, absolutely. Yeah. This is why we have to keep showing up, being authentically you.
Yeah.
Because the world is looking for realness.
Yeah.
Being honest and transparent. I mean, we could go there. We can go down a rabbit hole on all the stuff that has happened, all the things that God has survived, and, all these wonderful things. But what I want them to understand is what you're looking at now hasn't always been.
Yeah.
But I'm showing you that if you keep on digging, keep on working, God will change your name. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll change your name. He'll change your story.
Yeah.
We went from what? Abraham, Sarai to Sarah.
Saul to Paul.
He will change your name. Yeah, you got to go through some changes. You got to go through some experiences that might have killed some other people.
Yeah. And
but eventually it's gonna turn in your it's gonna turn in your favor.
Absolutely. And that's the blessing right there, because when you're young, you don't know that until you went through the road yourself and realize life and the challenges and the obstacles that life bring. You'll have a different perspective on life and respect for other people's story and the things that they've been through. Because
Absolutely.
what I survived, it would have killed you. Like what you go through may have taken me out. So what's really meant for you to survive and go through is really yours. And to only connect with those who got that same energy and link that need that.
Absolutely. Because some of the things, that's why we have to be careful about our testimony. But there's two things to that.
Okay.
Is the blood of the lamb and the words of your testimony is why we become overcomers. It's two parts. It's not just one. But if you don't ever tell it, how can I have hope? How can I tell the story that, I used to be abused. Yes, I was raped. Yes, I was looked over. Yes. All these wonderful things happened to me.
Yeah, take the shame away.
Do I look like what I've been through? No.
You got to take the shame away to tell a story. Because imagine shameful telling a story. Why would I even come out here in front of these people and be shameful and tell a story? Oh no, I'm telling y'all what it is, what I went through, what I did, and how I
Okay, Paul, did you see that? What that say?
Sunshine got me.
Get my number from Paul. I'm a TV host. I want to get you on my show. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Huh?
Okay. Yes.
Huh?
See, just like that. Hey, Kim.
Just like that. Just that part. I'm trying to tell you, this is how it happens. But if you never open your mouth, how will people know how to help you?
Yeah, and that's why speaking. I heard a preacher once say that a sound goes forward. When you speak, it goes forward. You back in a replay. But once that sound come out, you done spoke that thing into the universe. So, be careful about what it is that you speak and what you say, because
the earth is waiting for your commandment.
Yes.
How did God create the earth? Did he osmosis it? Did it just come out his head? No, he spoke it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not like him?
Yeah.
So if you don't speak it, it ain't gonna happen.
You got to speak the word.
Whew, Lord have mercy. Yeah. Who knew this was going down here? See, this is why I know God just tell me to show up. He gonna show up, and you just be obedient. Just be there. Just show up. God got the rest. What is you chirping about?
And show up being who you are, not who you think people think you are. You know what I mean? Show up being you. I'm more attracted to people that's being who they really are, opposed to who I think they should be.
Absolutely.
Because at the end, so
they go to be crazy like a Bessie bug.
Yeah.
You know how the funniest thing, the things that God used on me or for me to be a testimony to others, is the things that people be like, don't do that. Let me do the rundown. I have a nose ring. I got 3 holes in my ears. I have 14 tattoos. I color my hair often.
Okay.
And then at one point I say it this way, because all prostitutes don't walk the street, right? Okay. Need I say more? I don't have to educate y'all people who was prostituting and who wasn't. All right, praise the Lord. Anywho, but the thing that the look, they're attracted to it. And so then that conversation becomes being an evangelist, because you see this, but then God begins to download to me, okay, ma'am, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
When you Remember, there was, I think, the preachers of LA. There was a preacher, I believe, who was full of tattoos.
Mhm.
Was a skateboarder, right?
Yep.
And so many people in the church wanted to crucify him.
Mhm.
But if you had, not that you're saying that you have a competition in who's getting evangelizing and all of this wonderful stuff, he was getting the people that was in the streets
Mhm.
that looked like him.
Yes.
And it was no barrier between the pulpit and the ones who needed the help.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I absolutely remember that episode, and I got exactly what he was doing, because sometimes, and it's no, well, it is different, but I like that. Go out to the people, people that look like you and I, and show them, hey, it's cool to serve God too, or have structure in your life. Follow these instructions. Because Leandria did something different. She were taking cigarettes to the people, and so I again, I try not to be too judgmental. And if I do, and when I do, it's in the table of my own home and with people that I trust. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But the Bible says, he who wins souls is wise.
Wise as a
And
dove. Yeah.
book of instructions on how to win souls. He said, just bring them people to me. Sometimes meeting exactly where they are, people find a respect in that, because it wasn't always that preacher was go meet up with them same people. This famous singer go meet up with just the normal folk.
Yeah. This is why Paul, are you listening, sir? It's going to be where you got to go. Hey, Mahanson, where you got to go where they are. Because they rich, but they depressed. They rich, but they don't have nobody they can trust around them. You live the word and let the word do the rest. Woo! I just said something. Let me
say it one more time.
You live the word and let the word do the rest. I already know where I'm going. I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to New York. I'm going to a mall.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to still be me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what they need.
Yeah.
They need love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what love. I mean, love did it all. Woo.
Yeah. It was
love went to the cross. What'd he say?
It was all because of love.
Woo!
And love lifted us up where we belong.
Listen, you're going to make me throw this hat.
I took mine off.
You're going to make me put on some shouting music. I need you to stop, sir. I need you to stop. Stop it. Don't. Listen. You better stop playing with me.
But no, but love is it. That's my number one rule. Love. I get more with loving a person than I do being mean and that.
FYI, we're gonna put it out here. I'm gonna need some of your food too. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Let's
yes, go. Lord. Woo.
Yes. I cooked for the cast one time when they came over to the house. I made a salad, a nice healthy salad, and I made some fried chicken. Yeah.
Okay, FYI, I'm not really a chicken eater, but seafood all day, every day. Okay, thank you.
Seafood is my special.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that head came off. That head came off.
Woo! Lord Jesus!
You talk about that food, that head come off, huh?
Woo! You messing with me now. You messing with me. Give me some good Kool-Aid.
Which flavor you?
Huh?
Which flavor Kool-Aid?
Orange.
Oh, okay.
Or blue. Blue. Is it blue raspberry?
Yep.
Any of them too. I'm a color person.
Okay.
Even though I'm light skinned. The people around in my circle call me the white girl. So,
okay.
All my life, they've been calling me the white girl. As in my handsome voice. And my daddy said, Mm-hmm.
He was a man of good faith. Love you, man, Hanson.
Woo, that was funny.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, Jesus was right there.
And he resurrected you from the dead, huh? Mm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Why do you continue to do what you do, Paul?
Because I got my younger people, the younger generation, watching me, and I have to do my part, my role, and I have to continue. I can't stop, because if I stop, then I'm letting them know that stop. You know, so even at 40 years old, even though I still feel like I'm young, I'm still with it and everything. But my 16 and 17-year-old, 18-year-old nephews and niece, you know, they consider me, you know, being a older guy. But they like, well, Uncle, you still doing this? Yes, I'm still doing it. So just letting them know that whatever they can do is longevity. Just keep on doing it and don't stop. Don't let age.
I would say this. At 47, proud of it. I'm still learning me.
Yeah, and that's nothing.
I'm still digging. I'm not afraid. In 2022, I went on a excursion in Jamaica, and there was a cliff, 15-foot cliff, that you were supposed to jump off of, and get into water or whatever. Paid for it. Got up there the first time. I'm on the cliff, and the young man said, 1, 2, 3, jump. I like, what?
Run it back again.
You know why you up here? Sure, I do. I'm holding on to the bar on the other side. 1, 2, 3, ma'am, jump. No. But what he told me, yes, God, is what got me over. He said, ma'am, I need you to let go.
Ooh.
I need you to let go of fear.
Yeah.
So I let go of the bar. He said, what I need you to do is I need you to walk closer to the edge.
Wow.
I said, okay. He said, I'm not going to count. What I need you to do is see yourself beyond where you are now.
Ooh.
Good. Do you see yourself? He said, now jump. Sure enough, I said, the courage, the confidence and boldness to jump off a 15-foot cliff.
Yeah.
Had the nerve, like, am I ever going to hit this water?
See, but what?
Got down there. And because I didn't do it the way I saw it in my head, I did it again. I said, oh, you ain't got to say nothing. I got this. I ran and jumped.
Oh, wow.
I said, so every now and then, this clip comes up on my Facebook page as a confidence booster.
Okay.
Don't you stop. Do you see yourself beyond where you are now? Come on, TV personality. Come on, minister. Yeah. Come on, conference person. Come on, and keep on doing it. I'm not stopping, because I don't never want God to say, well, I gave you this talent and you hit it in the ground.
Yeah.
That's part of your streaming. That's part of your money.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna hide that? The thing that I gave you to prosper from. Oh, make it make sense.
Make it make sense. And when it makes sense, it's gonna make a whole lot of money.
I need a drink after that. That is water. That's water.
Okay.
Yes. So, for those who are on and who are multifaceted people, like Paul and I, we do 5, 6 different things, 7, probably more. Who knows?
Yeah.
We wear many hats. I'm not taking this off right now because I don't want y'all to see my baldness. However, there are streams of income in everything that we do. I'm showing you these things and I'm telling you these things because guess what? You can too. Now get ready. I'm not Marvin Sapp, but I am going to close the doors of the church because we're going to have an offering.
That's right.
Don't act like y'all don't know. I'm not fooling with y'all tonight. I'm not fooling with y'all tonight. So we know that Paul sings. We know that he's a chef. We know that he models. We know. Let's get into this dancing.
Okay.
So, what's your specialty?
I was a youth leader growing up. So we would do step. We would do mime. So step, mine, anything with I'm just a rhythm. I have a lot of rhythm. So all of that, right? But before the church, you would hear those soul songs, you would hear the stuff on the radio, and you would dance. So quite naturally, I knew that I had rhythm and I could dance. So once I went into church, I knew that I could turn that type of dance into another dance for another audience, a group of people. So it's always, whatever occasion, if you know what I mean. But I was learn dance and stuff like that, ballroom, and not tap or anything like that, or ballet. But
we do have a question on it. What culinary art school did you go to?
So I went to what's that on in Roseville? God, why am I on a brain freeze? Oh God, and I just graduated 13 years ago on a 19. Dorsey. I went to Dorsey, the one in Roseville. Yes.
Yes. So again, get ready. We don't care who's in office. They ain't got nothing to do with me. The children of God are still gonna be blessed.
Amen.
And it's gonna come from where you least expect it. Just be out there, keep doing it. Show up on the stages. When they try to figure out what I'm doing, I'm on the stage singing. I might be acting. I might be dancing. I'm writing music. Listen, don't try to put me in a box, because I'm not gonna fit.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
I'm busting out.
I'm busting out the seams.
Mm-hmm.
What is a balanced life for you?
A balanced life. Again, setting time for yourself, because you cannot be good for other people. You have to be good first to yourself. So for me, prayer is important. I find moments in my life where I'm alone, and most times I'm alone is when I'm in the shower, or if I'm driving, or when I'm asleep. But you can be sleeping next to somebody, so not being alone, but I mean alone, alert. In those moments, I'm praying. I'm trying to see myself. I'm asking God for wisdom, for guidance. So that if a man doesn't work, he don't eat. So I have to make sure I go to work so I can pay the bills that I have. And also make sure I spend the time with people that means the world to me while I can.
While I can. Absolutely. That makes all the sense in the world with just having fun. Like, I have spent years of constantly working for someone else, working, and have nothing to show for it, or very few memories. I remember when our parents lived for memories, to take pictures and put it in a photo album, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm taking pictures all the time.
Yeah.
And I put them in a photo album in 2025.
Yeah.
Because your memory is not always going to be all of that.
Yeah.
I need to go back and reflect on the things that I did.
Yeah.
Just like in the children of Israel. Well, we have this in all these scrolls so you can remember what God has done.
Right.
So you won't forget. Also, so you can pass it on to generations and generations.
Mm-hmm.
You can't erase my history.
Right. That's so important. I'm glad you said that. I recently just took some family pictures over the holiday with my immediate family. Like, they all came over and took pictures. And me and my twin sister have been doing this since we were, I want to say 18, 19 years old, making sure that we take pictures. Like her yearbook, she still got so many pictures from back then. And she kept them going, even got books and books and books of old pictures. So I'm trying to do the same thing myself.
Yeah, you have to, because again, in our history as African Americans, they try to erase our history and the things that inspired us to be who we are. We know the truth, but sometimes a lot of us have to have proof, black and white, that we are who we are, we or what we say we are, what we have done. And you can't erase me.
Okay.
I need you to know the journey. No, it has not been easy, but God gave me strength to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm not done. So therefore, when I meet people like Paul, I am inspired to keep going. And even in that, we hold each other up. This is family now. This is part of the village. Why do I call my fans the village? Well, I remember growing up when my mama didn't have, I can go to a neighbor. I can go to a friend's house and borrow a cup of sugar or some laundry powder until it was time for my mama to get paid. It wasn't just us. It was everybody. Not only that, it was the people in our neighborhood, my actual family, the school, the church, everybody we were around became a part of the village. When it comes to your cooking, what is your specialty? Can you hear me?
Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, it was spinning for a minute. Did you? You didn't see it on the end?
No.
Oh yeah, it was like spinning. Like I thought it was like buffering or something. It said something about a connection.
Oh. So you can hear me now?
Oh yeah, I answer you.
Okay. So when it comes to your cooking, what is your specialty?
Well, I love seafood. That's my favorite. I managed a seafood place, Red Lobster, for about 12 years. So I learned all the ins and out about having to cook and prepare seafood. But
Now you're making me hungry. Thanks.
What's your favorite seafood?
What's my favorite seafood? I love shrimp,
Okay.
but I love crawfish.
Okay.
I love
And
I normally where I go, they already had a head on, but I just, take the shell and open up and eat like that. I love squid.
okay. Like in a calamari style or just in this?
Both.
Okay.
Once I love octopus too.
Okay.
And I'm a little different. I don't like crab legs only because I don't like fighting with my food.
Yeah, but they have where you can get them already not in the shell, and they not the invitation. They just really.
But usually they, I don't got time to be fighting for no food.
I feel you.
What else? I love lobster tails. I use. Ooh, you definitely making me hungry. But cod.
How you prepare it? Like it fried, like it baked, broiled? How do you blacken?
Fried, but I like cod always. I love cod. I love whiting. I love perch.
Mm-hmm.
Most people like catfish, but that ain't my favorite.
Okay. What do you think about that swai fish?
It's fine.
Okay.
The cod is like number one.
Okay. I love the cod with the beer batter. Oh my God, when it's fried and put a little lemon squeeze on it. I don't need no tartar sauce or nothing. Like, just give it to me straight like that.
I gotta have tartar sauce.
I'm a sauce girl. Okay.
I'm a sauce girl. So anything, putting romaine noodles, I'm doing hot sauce. Yeah.
Do you like bay scallops or sea scallops?
Yes.
Do you know the difference between bay and sea?
Don't ask me no. Didn't I tell you I was allergic to the kitchen?
Oh yeah.
Don't be doing no. We is on camera. Don't do that.
But let me teach you something then. So the bay and then the sea. So the bay is the small because it's closer, but the sea is bigger scallops because they further out. That's all.
You know what? I have been wanting to go to Maryland just to go fishing.
When the last time you been fishing?
Going on 2 years, which is so sad, and I need to go.
I've not gone fishing since I was a kid, and I would love to find some like-minded people that want to go fishing. I would love.
I told you I'm a different girl, like for real. I love fishing, and where I was at, if you going, you got to do everything.
Okay.
Like put your own bait on, take the fish off, cut it up, clean it, all of that.
Yeah. My grandmother used to have the newspaper out on the back porch, and I would do it all.
The scales off.
Split that thing down the middle and some of the best fish you ever would taste with a piece of bread.
Absolutely. Yep. You got to do everything. You can't say you're a fisherman and can't do nothing. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to get to the good part before we get to tithes and offering. Are you having fun?
I'm having a good time.
You having a good time? Good.
Good time.
Last question. What is a song that will get you through every time and you got to sing it?
No weapons formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. It won't work.
Cause
God will do what he said he would do. He will stand by his word. He will come through. No weapons. That's on. Because it's teaching you that no matter what come your way, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And it's not going to prosper because it's going to be your character.
Yes. Let's see. What is I'm gonna go old school. Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Oh, Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Oh, Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. You just call him up and tell him what you want. If you need a doctor, tell him what you want. Oh, if you need a doctor, tell him what you want. If you need a doctor, tell him what you want. 'Cause you just call him up and tell him what you want. Call him up, call him up, tell him what you want. Call him up, call him up, tell him what you want. Call him up, call him up, tell him what you want. You just call him up and tell him what you want.
Yes, sir. Tell him what you want. It's that simple. And you see how repetitive it is? Because if you keep on saying, you got to believe that thing. And then to believe it is to know it.
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys stopped by tonight. We're getting ready for the church announcements. So ain't no tipping out tonight. Get ready to open up your wallets. Let the Lord use you in your giving. Hallelujah.
Be a cheerful giver.
Absolutely. Again, thank you to Larry Jackson for writing this song for me. I appreciate him. Thank you for Paul coming through tonight. I appreciate him. In 2022, I wrote my first book as far as the Blueprints God's Design. It is on Amazon. I thank you in advance for buying that book. It talks about how when you're doing your own thing and you're out of the will of God, you're losing time, you're losing money, you're losing so many things. You end up in a hospital and all these wonderful things because you're trying to do God's job. But God had to sit me down and say, sit down and reset. Get back to the blueprint. You'll never go wrong. Right. In 2024, I wrote my second book of Can Prayer Change Things? Oh my God. You're following the life of a pimp and a prostitute. I know. You probably wonder, what? Yeah, that's what I said. So again, can prayer change things? Did prayer change things? Or will it? Stay tuned. Again, thank you in advance for buying that book. That is also on Amazon. If you want to continue to donate to see this show get to the TV land, you can donate at my Cash App at Sunshine Camila. That is how you really spell my name. However, thank you in advance for those wonderful offerings. As you saw earlier, Wally Dixon was in the building. If you remember AN1, you remember Main Event. Right now, this show has been brought to you by Blacktop Streetball Association, and he's trying to bring back the culture of basketball to the streets. Again, I need y'all to go support my brother. If you know of people who are so dope, who have a story to tell, who want to give advice, who want to help someone, who want to promote themselves, inbox me on Facebook at Sunshine Camila. Inbox me on IG. You can also email me. I believe in supporting Black businesses. My friend Alita Cotton has some of the best turmeric and ginger tea ever. Her name is AC's Teas. Facebook, she is AYECEE 313-380-0321. She has so many testimonies of being healed through her teas. So please support her. My baby sister, Yolanda Peoples, raised quail. And also she actually has a garden. If you have any questions on how to do both or one or the other, she's on IG at Quail House Homestead. Also, she is on Facebook at Yolanda Peoples. Please reach out to her. If you like my fedora hats, I just got some new ones today. I need y'all to go support my friend Shania Bridgeford, WBM Luxury Fedoras. Please go support her. I have plenty in different colors, different styles. This is something I'm doing. Also, my glasses. These are through Temu. But however, I'm doing my own branding. Amen. Amen. If you like my makeup when I get it done, IG at _ Honeychild. She does my makeup. If you like when I get my hair done and get it cut and colored, my beautician, IG Melly Mel the artist. Again, go on Facebook and support Paul D. I need y'all to do that. I'm gonna taste this food real soon. And I'm sure that we will be on stage again soon, probably this summer, with something else that Rob Mitchell is doing. Again, I thank you for coming through tonight and having a good time with the village. Last words to you. What would you like to say?
Well, I want to say thank you for being a sunshine and also giving the platform for me to come and just share my story and things that you asked. So grateful. I'm so thankful. And if I give my word.
Absolutely. I thank you. I appreciate everything that we talked about. Of course, there'll be a part 2, part 3, part 4, however. Next Tuesday, I will be back with none other than Eric Brown, who I also met in this play. He's an awesome, amazing singer because he sung mess out of When Sunday Come. However, he's young and he got some things going on that's going to blow your mind. Again, I just thank you, Paul, again for this evening. Do me a favor again, like, share, subscribe, go to the YouTube channel, go to the Facebook page, go to Paul's page, and light it up. Again, thank you in advance. I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny, proven over and over again since you started the show. And again, I have some of the dopest guests on this side of heaven, and tonight was no different. Again, see y'all soon. Peace.